This is Mr. Jayant Shah. Jayant Shah ji, thank you very much for taking the time out. My first question to you, as Professor Jagdish Seth was telling me the other day, that we need to learn to package ourselves. We need to learn to make in India a brand and also add value, projected value, perceived value that India as a brand and Bharat as a brand adds. Let me ask you, how should India position itself post this pandemic, business-wise?
Yeah, India should focus on farm to factory. So we are a rural economy, but now we should also look at how we can become the world factory and how we can facilitate this one, because this is a lifetime opportunity now coming to India. As so many companies want to leave China and they are looking at an alternate destination. You see, all the multinationals, we welcome like Facebook, Google, Apple, Microsoft, IBM, Cisco, all these companies which were not welcome in China. We welcome them openly and very warmly. Our system is very open. Our laws are very open. Our IP protection rights are also very good for them. And this is the time that when most of the CEOs of these multinationals are also from Indian origin. We should look at them and we should ask them to come to India in a big way. And with this, we have to focus on pharma as a cluster. Then also garment industries is a very big, which can provide large scale employment.
Yes.
Then we should also focus on R&D. So like Philips, IBM, Facebook, Apple, Siemens, Ericsson, all have large R&D centers in India, in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and all these places. So this is again, and we have very highly skilled people in these sectors. And our sector like automobile is also big. So small car, we are world leaders in small car in exports. So that also we should look at, apart from software, because software anyway we are leading, and our software exports is around 135 billion. But our engineering exports is around 81 billion. Wow. So we should also increase the exports of engineering goods and services, as well as software. Software we should double from here, and engineering also we should look at that somehow we can cross $200 billion. Right. If we want to become a 5 trillion economy, this is the time. And if we seize this opportunity, nobody can stop us from going from 3 billion or almost 3 trillion economy to 5 trillion economy quickly.
Many have been saying that we need to start focusing and projecting our services as our strength to try and improve our branding and perception. But the other aspect is that not many businesses have so far moved to India. They seem to be moving to China-like countries or countries that are closer to China, mainly Vietnam and some of the other countries in Southeast Asia. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so how can India move true. That is true. But it is too early to make any decisions, as we are all still in lockdown conditions and are finalizing plans to normalize their life. So my suggestion to the government, and especially to our Prime Minister, that we should create Ministry of Foreign Investment, not the Foreign Investment Promotion Board, FIBP. Because FIBP has largely not provided the ground which is required. And if a separate ministry, full-fledged ministry is created, then we can seize the opportunity. Right now, we are saying that we have almost like 1,000 companies waiting to come to India, but they have to make a firm decision. So investment decisions are critical decisions. Once they finalize the plan, they should be provided with grounds that where they have all the facilities available to set up the industry. And after coming to India, they should not be let down. You have seen earlier also that companies like POSCO, they were waiting, and ultimately they left. So same thing happened with Enron. Yes. So Enron came and they had to go back. So if we don't provide them the ground where they can survive and thrive, it is very difficult that investment will come in a big way. We can have FIIs, but not FDI in such a large way. Yeah.
So you're saying that the government needs to think about creating a separate ministry itself to promote foreign direct investment into India. So that's what you're saying. So an FIPB is not enough. So interesting thought there. We'll see. I'll put this question across to voices within the government and see how they respond to this. My final question to you. Skilling India, because only 5.4% of India's work level is skilled. So is that a big challenge? And the other aspect is labor laws. So my final question to you, so your answer. How can we do this? Because if we need to be competitive, we need to be A, skilled, and B, our labor laws have to match other markets, because that brings the costs down immensely and to makes us more competitive.
Correct. So we are largely skilled. We have largely skilled population, and we are tax savvy also. But we need, finishing tools and finishing schools. Like Infosys, TCS, they have created finishing schools and continuous development centers in their companies for their employees. But same way, if we create these kind of centers or clusters in manufacturing sector, that will be more helpful. Our people are skilled, but they need continuous development skill. So AI and ML is taking over. So how we can leverage their education? We have largely IITs, then ISC and those kind of institutions, and also the ITIs, which are giving us the edge in this. But this is not, I can say that this is underutilized. So we should focus more on that. And coming to the labor laws, I think, yes, we need to look at the labor laws, because we have almost 40 laws in labor, which is a detriment to the society and to the industry also. So we should look at it, and we have 200 separate state laws. So all these things should be combined. And actually government was last year considering to bring these 40 laws to 4 laws only, but the bill has not passed. So quickly we should look at how we can pass the bill and crunch all these laws and make it life simplified, because otherwise we have seen that how these laws have created mayhem for our textile sector in Mumbai, when Datta Samant created the strike, and all entire textile mill sector wiped out of India. So it is very critical that we provide them a field where they can work freely. And apart from labor laws, we should also look at land laws,
agree with you.
Environment laws.
Agree with you, sir. Thank you very much for taking the